Have you noticed feeling more tired than usual, even after a full night's sleep? Or maybe your muscles feel weaker, your memory isn't as sharp, or small aches linger longer than they used to. Many adults over 60 assume this is just normal aging, but sometimes it's something simpler, a missing nutrient. In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn 7 early signs that might point to nutrient gaps, why they happen after 60, and natural food first ways to support your health. Let's take this slowly and clearly, one sign at a time. What it looks like: you wake up rested, yet by mid-morning the energy feels drained. Tasks take more effort. You skip hobbies you once enjoyed because you're low on steam. Why it happens after 60. Absorption changes and lower stomach acid can reduce how well you process certain nutrients. Appetite can shift, and medical conditions or medicines may interfere with intake or absorption. Likely nutrients: vitamin B12, iron, and vitamin D are common culprits. Natural food solutions: start the day with eggs and smoked salmon. Add lentils or lean beef to a stew, and include fortified cereals or dairy for vitamin D. Sunlight on bare skin for a few minutes several times a week helps the body make vitamin D naturally. Think gentle morning walks. If you're vegetarian, combine vitamin C-rich fruits with plant iron sources like spinach, beans, and tofu to boost absorption. When to see a provider: if fatigue is persistent, worsening, or accompanied by shortness of breath or rapid heartbeat, ask your clinician for a blood panel that includes B12, ferritin, and vitamin D. What it looks like: you notice difficulty with tasks that were once easy. Climbing stairs, carrying groceries, standing from a chair. Muscles feel softer or less reliable. Why it happens after 60. Muscle mass naturally declines with age, and without adequate protein and key minerals, rebuilding is harder. Likely nutrients: adequate protein, magnesium, and vitamin D support muscle function. Natural food solutions: aim for protein at every meal. Eggs, Greek yogurt, beans, fish, lean poultry. Include magnesium-rich foods like almonds, pumpkin seeds, whole grains, and dark leafy greens. Salmon or fortified products help with vitamin D. Pair gentle strength work with these foods. A short resistance band routine 3 times a week can maintain strength and bone support. When to see a provider: if weakness appears suddenly, worsens quickly, or is accompanied by pain or numbness, seek prompt medical advice. What it looks like: names drift away. You misplace keys more often, or find it hard to focus during conversations. Why it happens after 60. Slower nerve conduction, lower inflammatory control, and reduced intake of brain-supporting fats and vitamins can all play roles. Likely nutrients: omega-3 fatty acids and B vitamins, especially B6, B9, folate, and B12, support cognitive health. Natural food solutions: add fatty fish like mackerel, sardines, or salmon twice a week for omega-3s. Snack on walnuts, flax seeds, or chia seeds. Eat a colorful plate rich in leafy greens, beans, and whole grains for B vitamins. Small habits help. Keep a notepad by the door, label jars, and use a daily checklist. These reduce stress and free up mental bandwidth. When to see a provider: if memory issues interfere with daily life, or you notice sudden changes, consult your healthcare provider for cognitive screening and review of medications. What it looks like: colds hang on, cuts take longer to close, or you get more infections than before. Why it happens after 60. Immune response can weaken with age. Nutrients that help cells work and repair are essential for resilience. Likely nutrients: vitamin C, zinc, and protein aid immune function and wound healing. Natural food solutions: citrus fruits, strawberries, bell peppers, and broccoli are vitamin C powerhouses. For zinc, add oysters where possible, lean meats, pumpkin seeds, and chickpeas. Maintain daily protein intake to supply building blocks for repair. Adequate sleep, hand hygiene, and gentle exercise also support immunity. When to see a provider: recurrent infections, slow healing wounds, or signs of spreading infection, redness, warmth, fever, need medical attention and may require testing. What it looks like: nails split or peel, Hair seems thinner or falls out more than usual. Why it happens after 60? Hair and nail cells need steady protein, iron, and specific B vitamins to grow strong. Hormonal shifts and reduced circulation can contribute. Likely nutrients: biotin, iron, and adequate protein. Natural food solutions include eggs, nuts, and seeds for biotin. For iron, try lean meats, beans, and dark leafy greens. Collagen-rich broths and protein at each meal supply amino acids used in building hair and nails. Gentle scalp massage increases circulation, and avoiding harsh chemical treatments helps preserve hair integrity. When to see a provider: sudden, patchy, or severe hair loss or nails that are persistently discolored or painful should be assessed by a clinician to rule out underlying conditions. What it looks like: a prickling or pins and needles, feeling in fingers or toes, sometimes numbness or burning. Why it happens after 60? Nerve health depends on certain B vitamins, and age-related absorption problems can cause deficits that affect peripheral nerves. Likely nutrient: vitamin B12 is particularly important for nerve function. Natural food solutions include shellfish, eggs, dairy, and fortified cereals. If you follow a plant-based diet, fortified foods and careful planning are key. Regular gentle stretching and checking footwear for pressure points help relieve symptoms. When to see a provider: if numbness, weakness, or balance problems develop, or symptoms progress, seek medical evaluation quickly. Untreated B12 deficiency can lead to lasting nerve damage. What it looks like: aching joints or a sense of fragility in bones, increased pains after activity, or a slower recovery from minor bumps. Why it happens after 60? Bone density declines with age, and calcium, vitamin D, and vitamin K2 play coordinated roles in maintaining bone strength and directing calcium where it's needed. Likely nutrients: calcium, vitamin D, and vitamin K2 are central to bone health. Natural food solutions: enjoy dairy or fortified plant milks, leafy greens like kale and collards, and tofu set with calcium. Fatty fish, eggs, and safe sun exposure support vitamin D. Fermented foods and natto can supply vitamin K2. But if these are unfamiliar, talk with your clinician about dietary options or a tailored supplement plan. Include weight-bearing and balance exercises, walking, tai chi, and light strength training to keep bones and joints resilient. When to see a provider: if you experience sudden, severe joint pain, swelling, or a fall with possible fracture, seek immediate care. Discuss bone density testing if risk factors or persistent discomfort are present. If you recognize one or two of these signs, you're not alone. Let us know in the comments which one surprised you most. Sharing helps others feel less isolated and invites helpful tips from people who've tried simple changes. Now a short practical checklist you can start this week. Simple, natural steps that support most of these nutrients. Choose balanced whole foods. Aim for colorful plates with protein, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Schedule regular blood tests. Ask for B12, vitamin D, ferritin, and other markers as recommended by your clinician. Consider safe supplementation only when advised. Food first, supplements as a follow-up if tests show a deficiency. Stay hydrated. Mild dehydration can worsen fatigue and concentration. Keep a water bottle nearby and sip throughout the day. Move gently every day. Even a 20-minute walk or short resistance band set supports muscles, bones, mood, and digestion. Keep the tone of change small and realistic. One new habit a week is sustainable. Small, consistent adjustments add up. Always check with a trusted healthcare provider before starting new supplements, especially if you're on medications or have chronic conditions. Symptoms like sudden weakness, chest pain, worsening breathlessness, unexplained weight loss, persistent fever, or rapidly changing cognition require prompt attention. Getting older doesn't mean settling for low energy or ongoing discomfort. Often, your body is simply asking for the right support. Small nutritional adjustments: more fish, a handful of nuts, fortified milk, colorful vegetables, sun safely, and regular movement can make a powerful difference in how you feel each day. If this resonated, subscribe to Senior Health Club for gentle, science-based health guidance made with older adults in mind. Share this video with a friend or family member who might find it useful. Remember, food is medicine, movement is care, and awareness is power. Take one small step today. Check a pantry item, add a leafy green, or take a short walk, and notice how your body responds.